it's Linda, and for today's video I am going to teach you guys how to talk about the weather. Now I think this video is a great idea because the weather is something that people talk about all the time, every day. It's used in everyday language, and it's also a really good icebreaker for when you're trying to get to know someone or start a conversation with someone. Before I get started, I just want to clarify and let you guys know that I am not a professional at teaching the language. I am not a certified Arabic teacher. This is my hobby, this is what I do for fun, and this is me just trying to teach you guys on YouTube something new and something different. Before the negative comments start coming or anything like that, I just want to throw it out there that there are some things that I'm not going to say perfectly, but they can still be understood. Even though Western Africa also speaks Arabic, I'm not sure how they say things, and there are some things that they might say differently. So the first word I'm going to teach you guys how to say is the weather itself. So the actual weather, and that is el-jo. Jo for weather, but the same Jo that you would use when you say the name Joseph. So el-jo. So Jo, just J-O-E, just like short for the name Joseph. The next word I'm going to teach you how to say is my favorite season, and I love spring. So how to say spring in Arabic is el-rabee. El-rabee. Now at the end of el-rabee we have the ayn, and that's a very complicated letter to say if you're not familiar with Arabic. So it's the letter ayn, and it comes off like el-rabee. It's coming from the bottom of your throat, and it's not el-rabee. No, it's el-rabee. El-rabee. So that's spring. Summer is el-sayf. El-sayf. And that's just el, which is like, el is like another word for the. It's a very general word that, you know, in the Arabic language is put in front of almost every single word. It's just el-sayf. Sayf. Just el-sayf. Okay? So that's summer. Now after summer comes fall, and fall is el-khareef. El-khareef. So that's el in the beginning, kha coming from the bottom of your throat. It's not el-khareef because kha can be misunderstood for the letters kh, which that's the best way of translating it in English, but it's not el-khareef, it's el-khareef. So try your best to get that letter out of your throat, and it's coming out as el-khareef. Okay, so now that we know the three seasons, the last season is winter. So the winter is el-sheta. El-sheta. So the best way to say winter in Arabic is el-shita. That's just how you say it. I'm trying to think of ways of breaking it down, but it's really, that's as easy as it can get, is el-shita. Finally, okay, now that I've taught you all the seasons, let's talk about ways of describing the weather. So humidity, which happens a lot in the Middle East, is riTOObah. Now this word, let's start to break it down a little and analyze it. riTOObah. And there's, in the middle of the word is the ta. That letter is not in the English alphabet, but it's not a ta, it's a ta. So el-riTOObah. El-riTOObah. So do you guys see how I'm trying to say this word? It's not el-riTOObah, it's el-riTOObah. So that's the best way I can explain it to you guys, and that just means humidity. Okay, now we're actually getting somewhere. Now that we know the seasons, let's find ways of saying how the weather is hot or cold. So for cold, you say Baarid. Baarid. So it's Baarid. So for example, I'm cold, so I'm wearing a sweater. So ana, which means me or I, and a Baarid. Baarid is very like general, like it's just like cold, but like in Arabic we have female and male versions. So ana barde. Barde is what a girl would say if she's cold. So you're saying or hiya barde, she is cold. Barde with an A at the end is used for a girl, describing if a girl is cold. But Baarid is mostly for a guy. So in my dialect we say ana berdi, which sounds completely different than ana barda, but that's just how different regions say different words. Baarid is mostly like very general, like wherever you go in the Middle East, you're most likely to understand someone who says ana baarid, like I'm cold. But if you go to different dialects, people change up the words a little bit, obviously depending on their region. For hot, you would say har. So cold and hot can also be used in like objects. So cold and hot can also be used for objects. So you can say something like, you know, the car is hot, and like you can also use them for nouns. Like it's not just, you know, for me or persons. It's also used for other things. So like the car is hot. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to say the word temperature. Now temperature is a little bit complicated because it has 3 words to 1 word. So the word temperature itself is Daraja harara. So Daraja is like a grade, like the same grade that you would get on an exam. That's Daraja. Which is like of or the, depending on how you use it. So Daraja harara is like temperature, or it also means like fever. It specifically means fever, like when someone has a fever, you say they have a Daraja aliyah, which means like high fever. So that's also what makes this word a little bit complicated, because literal translation is grade of heat. It sounds a little weird because you're not specifically talking about heat, you're talking about cold, hot, whatever the temperature is. It's just the word for temperature. So Daraja harara is some, and then you would throw 55 degrees, but you're talking about the actual like temperature outside that number. Finally, the last part of this video, let's talk about the weather being hot. So we learned earlier that the weather is el-jo. El-jo, you want to say good, el-jo tayyib, which means the weather is good, the weather is nice. Or and tayyib is another word for like fine. So el-jo tayyib, so that's good. Okay, el-jo har. Can you guys guess what that means? That means the temperature, or that means the weather is hot. So you guys know how to say spring, summer, fall, winter. You guys know how to say, or you can say riTOObah aliyah, which means like oh, it's the humidity, which is a word that we just learned, is high. Aliyah is another word for like high. Like I hope you guys found this video useful. I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, I am more than happy to help you guys. Just leave comments down below and I will try my best to get back. I hope you guys learned something new from this video. That is why I'm here on YouTube, to teach you guys new things, and I hope you guys like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video if you really did like it. I hope you guys give me the thumbs up down below, and thank you guys for watching. See you guys soon. Bye.